Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Unorthoblocks, and look where we are. Do you remember this place? It has been quite a long time since we've come here. Not for me. I've spent like the past few days here just sort of milling about, actually doing some work. I've actually done quite a lot of work here, which is a first. I mean, was it literally the last episode I said I was like worn out on this place, and now all of a sudden we're doing a load of work here? So, if you see directly ahead of me, I have built a throne. That is supposed to be a throne made out of black stone. And I think it looks pretty cool. I like it. We've got the soul flames going on as well. It looks quite evil. Don't know if that was my intention, but, you know, why not? Let's have an evil king. And it is on a currently floating rock, which obviously doesn't make sense. Now, eventually, and I may even get started on this today, I'm going to be starting to build up like the walls to sort of cap off this area, and there's going to be a section leading into here. It's not going to be a massive section, but you know, it's just going to break the two builds up a little bit. Probably starting from about here is, yeah, because that's pretty much perfectly in line with that. So yeah, we're going to be sort of capping this section off and opening out into another section with a tiny bridge here that leads over to this floating island. Now, I started building up some more chains as well, because these are going to basically be supporting the island upwards. So once I decide how high this room's going to go, then they'll extend all the way up and actually be attached to something. And it should, I hope, wind up looking quite cool. Wonder if you can hear the crows. There's always so many birds around here. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way the island itself come out. We've done work here. We will look at that in a sec as well. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way that this actually looks. See, you're always going to miss a block on things like this. But yeah, I think it's come out pretty well. These end rods aren't here to stay. They're just there for the time being. We're going to be adding like the black fog effect down here. It's a lot shallower than... Damn, those crows are really going every time I talk. Yeah, it's going to be a lot shallower than this one, but I don't really feel like this room needs to appear as deep. So yeah, this is really cool. Coming off the back of this, we are going to be leading into our Lazarus pit, which I think I actually want to build a massive staircase downwards to get to it, which requires more digging, but that's fine. We actually really need the resources. I've burnt through a lot of like stone products and stuff like that. So what's going on down here? I've started laying things out. So placing all of these sea lanterns was a bit of a waste of time, because realistically I only need the sea lanterns in this space here. Again, we're going to be going with the like fog effect, which should wind up looking really cool. And yeah, they're still mob spawning. So I really love this effect of the soul lanterns and soul fire, but it does make mob spawning the area a little bit harder. So I might have to, I don't know, lay something down on the top here just to stop mobs from spawning. But essentially we've gone for a similar sort of pattern to, there is not a good position to look at this. Let's come over here so we can actually get an angle on it. So can't get it. Maybe we're just too low down. So it's similar to what's going on there. So you can see we've got the green glass there with the green clay behind it. Not clay actually, it's concrete. But yeah, and we're going to be building straight down like a wall going around this whole thing. And then we're just going to have the fog effect in the middle, which should wind up looking really good. But I sort of put this together as like a bit of a draft. So if we fly up here, we can get a bit of a decent view of it. So that's essentially what it's going to look like from down below. Let's come over here actually with the creeper and the skeleton. So yeah, you can sort of see the effect that we're going for with it. And I think it looks pretty good, especially as far as drafts go. I didn't bother doing it in a survival world or in a survival world or anything. I just kind of came on here and just started building. And I actually think it's going to look pretty cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. But one of them, I actually want to, probably this one, or maybe this one. I actually want to leave in like a sort of like under construction phase, so we're going to have like a load of wooden beams and stuff like that, and so, you know, they haven't actually dug this area out yet for the resources, and I think that could wind up coming out looking really, really good. Anyway, I have been talking for a little while. I have a quick time lapse for us to jump into. I recently went mining in a mesa to get a load of terracotta. There was a terracotta shop on the server anyway, but it's not been restocked for a long time, so I figured that I would just make a shop and go and collect a load of it. So I've put that down in the mall section, so that's going to be our first shop down in the mall, which is pretty cool. But yeah, there's something else pretty big that I want to do today, and that is back at the spawn island again. So we'll have a chance to go and have a look at the ship that we built up as well, which will be nice because, you know, sometimes we just build things and never wind up looking at them again. Until we die, that is. Oh, let's come over here real quick, just because there is one more thing I've done here. I can't remember if I've shown any of this off yet, but this place is just not safe. I really need to sort my base out. So there's going to be not sea lanterns, redstone lamps at the top there that we're going to be able to turn on as we walk through, because all of this floor is spawn proof, and I just think it'd be quite a nice effect that once you walk through here, all of the lights sort of come on one after the other. Should create quite a nice effect. But down here, this is where I built the sugarcane farm that I was talking about, and I've also built a kelp farm now as well, which is nice, I guess. I don't really know why I built a kelp farm. I just bought a load of dried kelp for cooking, but there you go. I want to move a bunch of villagers in on the other side there at some point. Anyway, let's jump to our shop time lapse. And here it is. It's nothing too amazing. We've got like a little sort of diorama type thing. I don't know, we're just displaying like a mesa biome, and yeah, it's all just pretty much plain. I tried to collect as much of the plain terracotta as possible because there's no way to dye things back to plain terracotta, so I figured that was a bit more useful. People can then go and dye whatever colour they want. There is some brown terracotta here just because I collected up a hell of a lot of that as well while I was there. So yeah, I've got a load of spare. Hello, Sunny. Yeah, I've got a load of spare terracotta, so I can restock this place quite easily. We're just selling it at 1 diamond a piece, which is fantastic. Anyway, right, to the spawn island. And there is our ghost ship again. I think it looks especially good at night time. I'm so happy with the way that this build came out. It just looks great. So I've had a bit of an idea with this one that I'm actually at some place in the world, maybe quite close to this. I'm actually going to build one that's made out of... What was that, a mob dropping? That was weird. Yeah, I'm actually going to build the same boat, but sunk underwater and broken up, out of like more typical blocks that you'd expect from an actual ship. But just because I think it'd be pretty cool to give it a little bit of lore behind it as to why this ship exists. We're never going to do an interior. And there is our beautiful, beautiful Maccabee. I can't even remember how to say that word. But it is a beautiful hot pink ship. Anyway, that is not why we are here. We are here because this spawn island is looking a little bit lonely. And seeing as this is a place you come to when you die without a bed and you have nowhere to go to, I want to build something that's actually going to be quite useful for everyone on the server. Basically, I'm going to build a church. I'm going to build a church up here. Yeah, we're going to have a church up here on the hill, and we're going to have like a little graveyard down the bottom there. And inside, and this is going to be a one-time thing, so people can decide to refill this. Yeah, I'm gonna build graves for each and every single one of us. And inside of it, I'm going to put a full set of diamond recovery gear, hopefully alongside Elytra, but I need to get my hands on... Hello. Yeah, I need to get my hands on the Elytra first, because that's something that I don't have easy access to. But yeah, fully enchanted diamond gear, with like a pick, a shovel, and a sword, We're not going to go like everything, but yeah, we'll have like a pickaxe there, probably a silk touch pickaxe, because I feel like they're the most useful to have fully enchanted up. And if people want to replace it after they go and get their stuff back after dying, then that's up to them. And if not, then they don't have to. So without further ado, I'm going to clear out all of these trees and we're going to start another time lapse. It is going to be a very rustic build, I'm not going to lie. So, no time lapse. We're going to go with some progress updates. I have cleared out a load of trees. I need to fill in some dirt, and I have gone around and just stonified everything. I was thinking about it a little bit, and I don't think this area here should be where the actual graveyard itself is, because after having done all of this, I don't have a bed, so I cannot sleep. But yeah, after having done all of this, I realised actually we've got like a really large amount of space up here. So what I'm thinking is, we got like the little pathway that's going to come up here, and then we're going to have like our sort of church sort of thing sitting on the edge here, and then we'll have the graveyards in this bit over here, which could be pretty cool. And then we'll also, just for convenience sake, make a way down and into the graveyard from here as well, so that when people spawn there, they can just come up here and it's nice and easy for them to get to it. And then there's a load of there's a load of space around spawn still where, like, things can be done, and I really feel like things should be done. This island should be transformed. Like, it's not somewhere that we visit very often. Every now and then we die and wind up here, and then when we've had new members come into the community as well, they spawn on this island, and there's just been nothing here for the longest time. I mean, we've got this nice little welcome platform here, which is pretty cool, and a long old bridge, which is kind of like a rite of passage. Walk across the bridge, get to the main spawn town, and then you are a member. I'm sure most people have just been through this portal, but is what it is. Yeah, so before I ramble too much, because I'm very good at rambling, I am going to build a very, very rustic and small... It's not going to be a big thing. Yeah, it's just going to be a small church type thing here, and then graveyard. I don't know whether I'll do a time lapse. I don't know what mood I'm in. I might just do progress updates. Yeah, okay, bye. Right, so this is going to be the generic layout of this sort of church type thing. We're going to have like a tower at the back here. It's not going to be anything too fancy, just a straight up simple tower. We are going for probably one of the more simple sorts of churches you can build in a rustic style. These inset bits here are going to contain windows, and these are going to be the main sort of supporting structure blocks. I'm going to be mixing andesite in with the smooth stone just for the texture variation, and I think we're going to mix up a bit between the stone brick and andesite for the support, the polished andesite for support, and that should give us that very, very simplistic, classic Minecraft rustic look, which I think would really just suit the bill for what I'm going for here. It really doesn't need to be anything too complicated. I'm literally building this. I could just put a chest there and be like, hey, come and grab some stuff. But yeah, we're not going too mad with this. Okay, progress update. I actually really don't remember what the last clip I did was, but we've got a whole road idea in now. It's not really so much a road, it's just like a dirty, dishevelled path, I guess. Well walked, very rustic looking. I'm not entirely certain about the granite mix being in there, but from a distance it actually does look pretty cool. It's just when you get a bit closer it looks a little bit strange. Got like a nice little garden section, why not? It is a church after all. This is the church itself. Really do like the look of it. Now I'm toying around with the idea of whether or not I should put a bell tower rather than just a tower there. A bell tower would mean we'd have a bit more structure, and it would make it a little bit more interesting, so I might give that a go. But yeah, we've got like a little diagonal arch, nothing complicated, nice and simple, just stone bricks. I really didn't want to overcomplicate this, but yeah, we're using black stone stairs to mark out all 20 members of Unorthoblocks. I actually didn't realise we got up to 20 members, which is pretty crazy if you think about it, but yeah, I'm just trying to decide how I'm going to sort of display display the chests that come along with it. Like, do I put the chest behind and lay a player head somewhere, or do I just use signs? Now, I don't think I'm going to get all of that filled up in today's episode because I really am like running right out of time, and I want to make sure that I at the very least get the actual church build itself finished. We don't have an interior for it, and again, I don't know if I'm ever going to do an interior for this because it's me. I don't really do interiors. I mean, it's free for anyone. If they feel like coming in and turning it into an actual church, they can come and turn it into an actual church. But for now, it is just another facade. Again, the whole thing's just built just to sort of make this area look a bit nicer. See what I mean? The granite looks good from a distance, but when you get in like real close, it looks a little bit too noisy, I think. But no, I mean, we'll keep it anyway. Whatever. Why not? Yeah, so one grave for each member, and then it's a realization that I needed to get 20 full sets of armor, fully enchanted, 20 pickaxes, 20 shovels, 20 swords, and then a bunch of elytras. So just to save myself on that diamond front there, I might not make chest plates, so you get elytras instead of chest plates, because the elytras are going to be more useful, and then rockets. We're definitely going to want rockets. And then another thing I was thinking about, the main thing that I struggle with when I wind up back here is I always need food. So I think what I might do is just put like a couple of stacks of food inside the chests as well. And that could pretty much fill it out. But yeah, the chests and filling all of them up, I'm either going to do in between this episode and the next one, or we're going to do it during the episode at some point. I kind of record things quite sporadically these days, rather than being a bit too set on it, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, right, I need to build a bell tower. I do not like that. Maybe acacia is the wrong choice for this part. I just figured it would make sense blending it in with the roof that we've already got, because I do like the acacia down there, but maybe this just isn't the right idea for a tower. Maybe we just shouldn't have a bell tower? I don't know. I'm going to take this down. Let me try again. Okay, I really don't know what it is, but I cannot seem to get a roof for this thing that sort of looks right or feels right, so unfortunately I am completely out of time, and I'm going to have to leave it for now. So either in between episodes or at the start of the next episode, we are going to be finishing off the roof of this guy, and we'll be gathering all of the stuff together to get the emergency, oh god, I just died and destroyed my bed thing. I don't really know what to call this. This community revival location, that's what I'm going to call it. At least we've made the spawn town look a bit better, and it's good that we've actually started making progress on the base again. I want to take a real stab at that in the next episode as well, and actually start moving on that. And yeah, I guess sorry about saying I was going to build a castle, because I'm not building a castle.